With the 27th pick in the 2017 NBA Draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Kyle Kuzma from the University of Utah.
Kuzma was first team all Pac-12, and he was just terrific at the Combine, particularly in the 5-on-5 competition. Showed three-point range, he's 6'9", 222. The guy had a good season for the Utes, Jay.
And really rose up on draft boards. Like he didn't have this kind of reputation in the middle of last season, but he really can go get the ball. He pursues it and he fights. He's a good, solid athlete that has length. He's improved his range. He's a much better offensive player than he was at the beginning of last season. He's a gym rat, like he's a worker. Gym rat doesn't sound flattering, does it? They call the guy rat. But it's a flattering thing. He works his tail off. But as a rebounder, he had 15 double-doubles on the season, and he's got a good nose for the ball. And I think that's an important factor for it. If you can rebound in college, it translates to the pros, and he can get extra possessions for you.
He was top 5 in lane agility and shuttle drills when we were at the Combine. Tom Penn was there with us to do it. And you know he's going to work hard, Tom, because he is from Flint, Michigan, and all players from Flint are hard workers.
Flint Town, stand up.
That's right. Flint Town being represented again. What about the Lakers now?
What took you so long? Man, Flint, we had to wait
I know. That's a long time before I got that in.
Let's look at the big picture for the Lakers, and it's not about Kuzma. First, it's about Ball and how they drafted Ball. Then Magic Johnson said, I'm putting a fence around Ingram. We're not trading him. They still have Randall as an option, a good young player. And then look at Lopez. Let's talk a little bit about him because he's front and center in this whole thing. Here's why. The deal they did for Lopez removed Timothy Mozgov's money. It gets this money out of here. That changes the whole strategy for Magic Johnson because it frees up now their cap space. And their cap space is significant. It's $18 million now, but that's not what's important. What's important is what they have next year, and he's got $45 to $55 million sitting there to play with, okay? Does he wait and preserve that cap space, and why would he do that? We all know it's about this guy right now, Paul George. Should they do a deal where they bring Paul George into that cap space now, do an uneven trade somehow, give up Randall or some other youngs, or do they just wait and give Paul that money and somebody else that money next summer because they can pay him a lot more after he gets there, and then they could fill in somebody else there. But it's a whole new world in Los Angeles as Magic Johnson now rebuilds this Laker roster and tries to restore it to its glory. It's on in L.A.
All right, Tom, so the